finally, we got SOK coming from a win and a loss yesterday in the middle of the pack versus Happy, who also got a win on day one, but now just received a loss against Medusa the Gamer. So usually Happy has the upper hand in Undead versus Human. Usually Happy is the better gamer of the two, and usually when Happy loses a series, he comes back with a lot of anger and frustration. So I don't want to be in SOK's shoes at the moment at all.
Okay. Happy definitely is in this mode that seems to do pretty well. You know, he does lose the game. He wants to get a better ranking. And yes, Water Elemental took some per damage. So far, your prediction is correct, Mr. Neo. Mr. SOK with one big mistake. You know, this Water Elemental should be more healthy. By the way, it has been a long time since I saw like a real Undead versus Human. Is a pretty rare matchup these days. And I'm very excited to remind myself about how amazing this can be. Lich expansion versus Archmage expansion. Let's go.
Yeah, we've seen this matchup yesterday by 1-0 versus SOK, where SOK was superior. And we've seen a lot of Knights now in the mix. Knights against Aboms and Fiends is the meta for the two. Interesting. SOK also tried to play a couple of Griffins later on, but yeah, it is still a lot about expansions, right? So I also have to say 1-0 was not in tip-top shape yesterday. A moment where I saw this was he ran into the Makrura camp on Hammerfall and the Makrura won. So that shall not happen to Happy, maybe.
Yeah, so this beautiful clip. By the way, look at this. Happy is acquiring items. Close +5 already. Happy is celebrating his early creeping, I guess. He's sending some ghouls into SOK base. And now it's all about the mind game, you know, who is going to deal a little bit more economic damage. And yes, Mr. SOK is not even expanding yet. He's just making an arcane tower. So those two ghouls, they can't do that much. And there is 2 militia. Mamma mia, this matchup is very exotic, Mr. Neo. You have to click very quickly.
Yep. Water Elemental made it up top, but there was a Nerub tower already, as players are, of course, clicking a lot faster than we are. No chance for the Water Elemental to cancel anything anymore. And that is so far, a very clean start for Happy. But SOK has cleaned this up as well, and Town Hall is coming.
Down. Oh, man. Alter!
Yes, sir.
Chico,
I mean, if Undead expansion goes up at the first try, it's very good for Undead economy usually. And I think that's going to be the case here. So the big, heavy macro game is coming. Of course, there is a lot of things that both players can do to make their life a little bit harder. SOK is hanging around with the footies inside of Happy main base, but he can't do that much there.
Exactly. We got more support. Thank you, Manchan, and thank you, Pauli. Love to see that support, you guys. We need some support for SOK here today as well, as he's coming into this as the underdog. The items are looking fantastic. He got lots of regen, he got a little bit of damage, and he's right there in position to deal with these ghouls. But yeah, as you mentioned, free expo for Happy is rarely a good sign.
Okay, yes, ghoul run by continues. Look how many footies SOK has, but those footies are just running in circles. By the way, this Lich is serious. Arcane Tower needs to help a lot. This Lich wants to spend all of this mana, wants to dump all of those mana by Nova, of course. One Nova connects into how many units? I don't even know, but a lot. Boots of speed are already on the Lich. This Lich is very mobile, and man, the Wrath of Happy is hitting hard.
Okay, but we're still mining here for SOK. I don't think it's too bad. We're teching as well. I don't have a clock here, unfortunately, but Undead tech and Human tech pretty much at the same time. Supply in favor of SOK. He can dominate the mid game a little bit because Happy is still on level 2.6. Like, this Lich is not really overwhelming as much as we're used to seeing it.
Yes, but look at this. Archmage on level 3, he summoned Water Elementals, and those Water Elementals are just idle, you know? It's like not that efficient use of resources by SOK. Happy's definitely not complaining about that. He's making Necropolis at his expansion. Ziggurat is finishing Graveyard as well. But it's Necropolis on the tech. I don't even know the Blizzard overlay. Will tell us at some point. Doesn't matter. The big fight in the middle. And Lich is fast and furious.
Oh, no deny just yet. Little bit lazy by Happy almost. Maybe he was scared of a surround. Usually he would take that XP away from the Archmage for sure. And we got the replenishment potion now. Archmage will be healthy. We'll blast out a couple of new water elementals. I would say so far the early few minutes are looking pretty damn good for SOK. It is only tier 2. We get the crypt now for Mass Fiends. And on the other side, second Drax for SOK?
I mean, it's going to be Knights, right? So versus Lich, you can play Griffin Riders. Because Lich is just too juicy with those Novas. So I think it's preparation for Knights. But once Starbuck, he was like, okay, let's try to play rifles. You know, he had a very good early game, very good mid game versus 1-0, and those rifles just melted. And Starbuck was like, okay, never again. We need serious units. But who knows? Maybe SOK? Like trying something else, who knows?
Dude, I think Happy is struggling big time, man. The Lich is super hurt. We're losing ghouls and we're trading ghouls for footmen. That's amazing for SOK at the moment. 1,000 gold for him as well. With this second Rex, I really don't know what this is about, but we'll see, I guess. Nova, there is a town portal. The Ring of Regen is enabling a lot, and SOK is playing this a little bit Fortitude-esque. Great splits against the Lich, more damage on the left-hand side. Water Elementals, footmen going for the Acolytes here in range of that Water Elemental. You really don't want to lose Acolytes or take them off the grid. Archmage brave again. The Lich is almost dead. Acolytes are struggling, killing. SOK is everywhere. I'm so impressed by him.
That's a beautiful game by both players. Both heroes are running on red HP. And I mean, Happy is definitely being squeezed right now. But here, level 3, be careful! Whoosh. I don't know how much mana this Lich had, but Archmage, I mean, Mr. SOK is probably like, oof, that was such a good game, and he didn't lose his Archmage. That was so close. It's like, you know, it's like a reality check. Reality strikes back. If you are not paying attention, Happy will snipe you immediately. But SOK did pay attention. And is he going to buy a Zeppelin or Shredder? We'll see about that. SOK is going into the Goblin Laboratory direction. And he had no mercy for this footman. This footman could come back and start a family.
Well, the footman could have gotten free healthcare here as every other footman, but he was too late, so it's his own fault, I think. Happy, though, punishes the other ones. The Scroll of Regen doesn't matter if a Lich is right there. Nice read by Happy, but he can't prevent the Shredder. So SOK gets what he wanted, even though, of course, a couple of footmen are dead, but he gets the third Rex. He gets the workshops already. So Knights Gyros on the way, tier 3 halfway done, and Happy took a bit of a beating, is on the back foot, and he has to come up with solutions.
Okay, I have a question, Mr. Neo. So I do remember when I was more active in casting like pro games, especially human versus undead matchup. In case like that, undead would really get into 70 supply, you know, Orb of Corruption, Ghoul Frenzy, Destroyer form, and undead would push. Is it the same like recipe these days, or we can expect more creeping by Happy?
I would say more creeping. I wouldn't be too surprised if we see a Crypt Lord third that has been established as a meta solution next to the Dark Ranger. As humans are mostly relying on Knights these days, Crypt Lord is amazing, and it's getting even more amazing on level 3, of course. So since the map is so big, I wouldn't hate it to see more creeping, but that of course then would also give SOK more time. Maybe
it's triple barrack. Sorry, it's going to be so many Knights.
Very many Knights indeed, and I wouldn't hate seeing 1 or 2 Griffins in the mix as well.
I mean, for now we can't have anything, but yes, good point about Crypt Lord, right? Versus mass ground army that the Knights are. Impale is pretty amazing, so that's definitely a good idea. But yes, it reminds me, do you remember in Super League Season 1 when Starbuck used to play these triple Knights, triple Barrack Knights with all of those upgrades? It gives me some memories. And with power of the Shredder, you can afford every upgrade, even Thundering Blades. That SOK is upgrading this bonus damage to Fiends, basically, to medium armor.
Right on.
Happy is pushing now, mamma mia, without the orb, right?
Without orb, and it's just a distraction push. He's going Banshees. I haven't seen Banshees in forever, but it makes a lot of sense. Holy damage of a Lich level 4. Have to call to arms here. Everything is hurt. Economy will suffer big time. Good night, peasants. You can go to sleep after a long day of work. Mamma mia, happy, angry. Doesn't want to see these peasants or SOK succeed. And this is a rough early late game for SOK now.
And that's why, ladies and gentlemen, we invest into the Shredder, because after all of those losses, SOK doesn't have to remake that many workers. But ladies and gentlemen, what do we do versus Banshees? That's my question. Definitely, SOK can't overmake Knights. If you'll play too many Knights, you'll be in a big trouble. Usually, mortar teams, you know, that's the anti-Banshee tech. Even rifles, the mighty Fortitude, the best human in the world, used to add rifles with a long rifle range, and that's exactly what is happening.
Damn.
Let me tell you, mortars are good, but they're fragile. They have low HP in comparison to rifles. They cost the same supply, and rifles with long range, you know, they can protect Knights well. So nice idea by SOK, but he's adding mortar teams as well. SOK wants to have everything.
Super interesting strategic choices here by SOK. For a long time, he wanted to go into casters versus undead. That didn't seem to be great. We don't have Banshees just there yet, but the Cryptod is here for a little bit of impale. Mountain King throwing the hammers as if his life depends on it. Ghoul saved on the other side as well. 1-for-1 trade. One survives, one dead. Paladin leveling a little bit here. And more answers are coming. What a unit composition by SOK this is gonna be, dude. These rifles are very rare, but good call by you, Mr. 8-Man. And now we get casters on top of this as well. We are indeed building everything.
I mean, the more units, the better. The more exotic game is. I like it. Impale, I like it as well. Are the Banshees here? Yes, they are. By the way, there is now flying machines to stop destroyers. Like, these were non-obvious, but you see, Happy has 4 obsidian statues and 0 destroyers because he's afraid to morph, to invest into destroyer stock, let's say. So it's a very complex matchup on top level. Man, having 4 statues does for like, it's 5 statues!
What the hell? Where are the gyros, by the way? I saw one before.
They're close, yeah. On the close to Happy, on green camp on top of the Happy. They're hanging there.
It's only 5 though? It's not many.
I mean, yeah, like how many workshops? 2 workshops probably. I mean, it's like the game is like a very tight balance, you know. It's like a relationship. You know, there's a working marriage, but there is a lot of arguments in the past. So they're still married, but one more argument and this tight balance can break. It's the same with this amount of obsidian statues and gyros. One party makes a mistake and then the big disaster can happen. Paladin goes down.
That is a little bit of a disaster here for sure. Knights trying to run away. Archmage has a town portals. Big losses. Maybe too late. Don't know if the staff was on cooldown here or not, but Happy taking more casualties here. The gyros not in position. Scouting if there's something happening right hand side. We diversify the army quite a bit now with Spellbreakers against the Curse of the Banshees. That's the response. Mortar teams is the response. The first rifles are there too in case we get some destroyers here. But yeah, Happy did take the lead. The Paladin is stopped at a very unfortunate timing. Has to regroup with the rest now before the red spot is here. Mountain King isn't level 3. Slowly but steady, Happy is taking full control of this game.
I mean, a few good trades by Happy, right? He killed so many units, he forced the TP, he's creeping more and more. Hero levels are getting higher and higher, 300 hero levels. Well, Paladin, you are late to the party, you need levels, you need level 3. Okay, level 2 is a good start.
Okay, and Happy is getting levels, of course, as well. Mortar team's rifles. Amazing damage versus Banshees, and we do have a lot of these Banshees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. Do we still have Knights? Yeah, 2. And not too many staffs, but the 2 staffs might just barely be enough. Happy pushing for the win in game 1 here already. 80 food against 73. Defensive mechanisms here for the human. Not too many towers, not too many militia. Happy is going for the workers again.
Yeah, this push can be lethal. Let's see how SOK will position his army. Again, 5 obsidian statues, 0 destroyers. That's very interesting. And the one knight was possessed. The lonely knight met a Banshee. And this date went too well out.
Oh, level 3 Crypt Lord now as well. We got Impale level 2 and Nova versus Rifles and Mortars. This is not too promising by SOK. The two fights there were a bit ambitious, but DK out of position. Impale as a damage mitigation tool. And the anti-magic, more possession. Where are the stabs? SOK, not there. Knight number 2, Paladin falls as well. Critical math for Happy, who is taking this fight with one hand now.
Perfect Impale as well. Happy will enjoy his knight. By the way, Happy is well known for giving like anti-magic shell to his knight, but so far his knight is dying sadly. But the rest of units are very healthy. Both teams are still dealing damage. I don't think it's enough, Mr. Neo. Happy, very dominant in game 1.
Yeah, this is the Happy that we're used to seeing. This is the Happy that we all expected to see. And this, of course, puts Life's performance in the series prior into perspective once again. Happy on top of the meta with the Crypt Lord. Happy also adjusting to the Mass Knight play. Comes back with Banshees. We have questioned many times, Soul, if the human is only going for Knights, why aren't you all building Banshees? Because that is the best counter there is in the game to Knights. And Happy thought, Neo, well, you know what? You're right. Let's go Banshees. Let's possess them. What a nice, flawless game this was for the Emperor.
And you mentioned that the early game for SOK was okay in the previous game. You know what I think, Mr. Neo? Is a real talk here.
Okay.
If you are a human player and at least you did not cancel once the undead expansion, it means that early game is not good, you know?
Yeah, Mr. Soul, you got a point there, but I also want to say that human players are always very negative towards everything, so you have to put that into perspective as well, right?
Yeah, and undeads like Happy are always very joyful and,
yes.
and happy, so yeah, that's very good point.
Exactly. Also, we know about the strength of our races, especially when you ask people like X-Lord.
I mean, X-Lord is a very joyful person as well. Ladies and gentlemen, oh, that's exciting. Look, Mr. Neo, the expansions are very close to each other. This Archmage is going to be at Lich expansion before the level 5 Kobold is gone. They are neighbors. They share the same balcony or whatever.
Yeah, I would hate that, and I think Happy is not too pleased about that either. But he will check the inventory of the Archmage and see, oh, only a ring? That's totally fine, dude. That has no impact on this game whatsoever. As long as you don't have a Claw or Ring of Regen, that's fine with me. SOK, once again, going for the tower, going for the Town Hall as late as possible. And on the other side, once again, no big pressure on Happy's expo.
Okay, interesting decision by SOK. Maybe he was a little bit late, you know, like at least when I creep this camp, I'm much slower, so probably Happy just crept faster. But yes, SOK is not not satisfied that much. Maybe he's pulling back to creep the turtles and then go for expo cancellation knights around the water elemental. You know, those water elementals, they actually give a healthy chunk of experience. Happy with some ghoul run by, and he'll get one worker. And the expansion just has started. Mr. SOK, you need to show us something cool. You need to be like Fortitude, just go full aggro and bring some expansion cancellations. It's like, Soul, how I can cancel something with entire undead armies here?
That is indeed the question. We get Militia here now to free some space for SOK, who still has 4 workers. Of course, not as fast as he would love it to be. Also has to call Militia to defend this. This goes into Lumber, and then the tech will automatically be later. But at least he got the Arcane Tower up. Skeletons don't have impact, and the Lich really doesn't like to get his mana burned, but he likes mobility, Boots of Speed, and Telestaff very early on.
And look at this. This is also non-obvious to me. Like, how much mana Happy has? The answer is full mana.
Yeah.
Happy is very patient. He's waiting for a correct opportunity, you know?
Well, maybe a good sign that SOK didn't give him that opportunity just yet. But what Happy is doing better than anyone else on the planet is ghoul rotations. Here come the next set of ghouls. There's one left side as well, but the footman in position, see this, can deal with this. Skeleton only scouting, and again, I don't hate the position by SOK, but it's not wonderful either.
I mean, I hate it. So maybe. I mean, it's not good
what
enough.
happened to you, Soul? Since you're #1 on Battle.net, you've become miserable.
No, I mean, it's like, I mean, Fortitude can offer much more in his prime days. You know, I remember. There was those memes, you know, that with Undead Expansion. Do you remember? We used to call this matchup cancel culture,
Yes.
Mr. Neo.
Yes.
Because there was so many Expo cancellations. And now nobody's canceling anybody. What is this?
But if everybody cancels, isn't that like nobody is canceling?
Wait, but it's better for Undead. It's better for Undead. But we'll see about that. Surprise me, Mr. SOK. Surprise me, please. Show me that it was actually okay. I don't know. He's not winning hard enough for my standards.
That is the elitism that we need when Mr. Remo Demo is on vacation. Soul is cosplaying as Remo a little bit. This Lich here can do a lot of damage with the Nova. He still is full mana. I start to not understand that, but we're waiting for the Troll, I guess. No, just on the Archmage. That should then be a guaranteed kill, and it is. Scroll of the Beast, not the item he was looking for. Zeppelin is not in stock just yet. Archmage has to portal out to secure that Shredder. Lich again taking lots of damage, but this can easily be fixed with that replenishment potion.
I mean, Shredder was saved via TP. The same goes with Archmage, so not that bad of a creepjack. I mean, overall for SOK. He lost the TP, right? So now his Archmage needs to be extra careful, but Human Shop Arcane Vault was ready on time. Cap is regenerating with replenishment potion. Human is regenerating with clarity and regen scroll. That's the equivalent of hydration break in Warcraft.
Yes, I said many times I like the hydration break actually, and I'm pretty sure SOK is also a fan right now alongside the Footman. Happy teching, not forgetting about Alta, ramping up production for SOK on the other side. We're walling off with the Blacksmith, Shredder in position, and again with that early second barracks.
I mean, nice, baby. So, Crippler times meant a lot of Griffin Riders. Leech. Ooh, okay, that's hot. That's even hotter than the temperature. Okay, that's rare to see. And Mr. Neo, we need you to define. Is it laming, or is it art, or is it normal gameplay?
Well,
because for me that's laming, and I like laming, but what do you think? How would you call this?
You know, in my vocabulary, I don't have laming, I have raiding, and that's exactly what we do, man. I stole this from the Age of Empires people. Raiding that base, and it's looking beautiful. Surely something that SOK is not ready for. This is what the humans did to the undeads a couple of times. Leon, SOK, Fortitude, you name it. Happy is apparently, or has become apparently, a big fan of the Zeppelin. First against Life, now against SOK in two very different ways as well. And similar to Northern Isles, man, we are on a solid way, and then boom, Happy finds a way and kills a lot of workers.
At least the Shredder for Human, but still, that was definitely worth it. But what else we are going to do with this Zeppelin, by the way? We'll see about that.
Save heroes from Stormbolt.
I mean, that's a good thing. You have enough micro. Zeppelin can be used for scouting purposes.
Do you really question if Happy has enough micro? If one person on the planet has enough micro, it's him, in his left finger.
No, I mean, he bought this Zeppelin, he used it very well, but, you know, now I'm just looking for the new, basically, new way of using this Zeppelin. See, this Zeppelin is like scouting, basically. Maybe it's close to the Lich to save him from the Stormbolt, you are right. It's like, you know, you need to like find a new job if your old job changed or something. You need to adjust. Sometimes not that easy. And the same goes with this Zeppelin, or maybe you need to be very safe because gyrocopters are here. Maybe Zeppelin is just going to die. Who knows?
Exactly. That could be. Mountain King is creeping in the meantime. A little bit of a green spot going for the shop as well. Very good items. Claws also on top. DK is creeping the Kruras, and oh damn, we got super early temples by Happy this time.
Yeah, he saw triple barracks. So triple barracks means Happy wants Banshees, and that's a good idea.
Yes, I agree. I was getting frustrated with 120. He always fights knights with abominations and fiends, right? And I was like, You can have it so much easier, dude. Just go for the Banshees. But 120 has a little history of not liking Banshees versus human, so it's not that hard. Yeah.
Amazing Nova. I mean, I'm just look how many footies there are, and we know that Nova doesn't have cap on how many units it can hit. If there is a unit in the Nova area of effect, the unit will take damage and be slowed down. That was juicy. And yes, we have the anti-Banshee tools that human tried to use in the previous game. Rifles, mortar teams, and spell breakers to basically dispel cares, or maybe even cycle cares from human units to undead, back to undead units. We'll see about that. Is tier 3 timing ready? Is Orb of Corruption on the leech? Oh yes, Happy can fight actually.
Yeah, SOK doesn't, man. SOK not at all. He's trying to go for some kills. We got Clap against the Ghouls, not bad. Both players still with lots of tier 1 units, which is a bad sign for SOK, I would say, as Footmen are useless in the late game and Ghouls are still good damage dealers. 2,000 gold by SOK, finally spent.
Okay, and yes, there is so many footies. So that's also not that great, right? They don't scale that well in the late game. But Mr. Ambek guy says maybe it's a counter to Banshees, you know? The more footies you make, yeah. That's not that valuable to trade one Banshee for one foot.
Mr. Ambek guys is always someone who you should take very, very, very seriously. I would really like him to lighten up a little bit and, you know, make a joke every once in a while. But all he does is analyze the games with high precision.
As every member of the Twitch chat community and YouTube chat community, we need to take their messages very seriously. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the beauty of Warcraft 3. It reminds me good old times when, you know, Pala Rifle was more popular, and in one game Pala Rifle player was winning, everybody was saying, oh, Pala Rifle needs to be nerfed. In another game, Pala Rifle player was losing, and everybody says, oh, Pala Rifle, it was solved. Golden times, and a lot of... Guys, Warcraft 3 needs emotions, and I'm up for it. And you know what? This club gives me some emotions, but the same goes with Impale. 2 powerful ground controlling spells are available.
Exactly. The more area of effect spells, the better. And the higher the levels, the better. And I think these levels look a lot better for SOK than in the last game. We got Clap level 2 already. Super interesting choice. Helps against anti-magic shell. Also, Devotion aura up. SOK with confidence here, as he thinks he doesn't need the Vine Shield. Mountain King comes in. Knights are streaming in. We do have Master Training, and we get it here. Need a stab. SOK! Stormbolt to cancel it, but yes, another one.
Oh, this knight owes MK his life, all of those anti-Banshees too, and the good old MK had to help, but man, this Impale was so juicy! Mighty Crip Lord doing well, but he doesn't have that much mana. Mr. New, have you seen this Nova? Those footies, like, it's hot outside, but they're freezing.
Oh, damn. Dimi the Impaler with a beautiful Crip Lord, but the Crip Lord is surrounded now. Not too much damage. SOK at 70, Happy 62 despite the possession. There's still rifles out there. Stormbolt one more time. SOK has a chance, actually. Still also 500 gold to the Mountain King. He does have more Stormbolts. New anti-magic summoned here. Both players are running out of health. We still have HP available. Impale, hands up in the air for these poor footmen. Where is the hammer gonna land? Where the clap's gonna end up on? Knight on knight action. 2 brothers, family feud. But we're not looking for the right answer. We are looking for kills.
Yes, I think behind SOK is expanding on base number 3, and Happy is creeping that. When you have time, you can check expand from the bottom. Oh yes, no towers. It means that SOK needs to be kinda real. Man, the presence of mind of Happy to scout base number 3. He stopped SOK from securing base number 3 with like something like cannon towers. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, having cannon towers is possible. Not only versus Niders, but sometimes very rarely versus Undead as well. How is the supply doing? Quite close, but I do agree with you, Neo. The fight that SOK took was better than I expected.
100%. And we have a good diversified army now with Knights, Breakers, Mortars, Rifles. Shredder still shredding. Happy is taking advantage a little bit in supply. He also goes in with Abominations and Disease Cloud. Very good counter versus Breakers, that is. And a third base on his side as well. This is something that SOK cannot allow and that he will be very jealous of.
Mamma mia, mamma mia. Base number 3 from Happy. I mean, SOK gave him the idea that base number 3 is kind of cool in this moment. Happy with all of those nice upgrades, anti-magic shell, even on ghouls. Not on banshees, because we need to keep banshees just with statues, you know, in the back. SOK is creeping, and Happy is going to ambush him a little bit. One more team just melted.
Oh, that's not great for SOK, dude. He doesn't have a TP either. Happy in a collision course. Can we establish a front line? Can we run away? Anything would help SOK. This fight, Impale, oh, a beauty! Hitting 3 layers of units. Sayonara to the rifles. They are all affected by Disease Cloud as well. You can try and staff a little bit, but Happy is taking control not only of that fight, but also of your units.
Nice fight by Happy. He's in control, status in the back. Bench is running in circles, there is not that much mana. There's no destroyers. It means that the item that SOK got from Big Red Camp, Wand of Wind, had no counter, but the undead heroes are back on the ground. How is the supply looking? Big lead also supply for Happy. Happy's one knight as well in his possession, pun intended. And man, are we going to reach the moment when... Yeah! Happy has the same amount of knights as SOK. One knight for SOK, one knight for Happy. Undead has just more knights than human. That's the reality that we live in.
What a car crash this Creepjack was, man. Mad awareness by Happy that SOK is going for the red spot, thriving for some more levels, was right there at the right spot when he needed it. And SOK, there was just no way out, man. Also, amazing micro by Happy. It's like water is wet, right? But the way he dodges the mortar team shots with statues and banshees is just a sight to behold.
Yeah, Happy on fire today. And versus human, he's taking revenge after his series versus Night Elf, guys. Yes, can you believe it? There is a player on planet Earth that can win versus Happy. That's crazy. And Neo, just show the people. Anti-magic shell on the Knight. On purpose. Dimitri the Impaler. We need to have like a historic name for, you know, a king that was kind. So Happy the kind one. Anti-magic shell on. Well, one used to be known his enemy.
Happy the kind? Do you think that if you, after watching this series, you think he's the kind one?
I mean, he's good at diplomacy, you know, as in Heroes of Might and Magic, you know, if the enemy forces decided to join you, he's treating them with respect.
Huh. He has some good arguments for these knights, that's for sure. Anti-magic is helping a bit. There's still ghouls in this fight putting pressure onto mortar teams. Good heal scroll against that, actually. And SOK with possibly the best fight he could have. I also like the mortar shooting in the back, but there's a heal ward for Happy and everything gets free healing.
I mean, the fight is going better than I assumed. I was talking a little bit about, you know, silly things, but SOK has no time for that. I mean, he's now 10 supplies behind. Yes, we know that Happy has one extra base. Mr. SOK is fighting, and look at this! Happy's teleporting away!
Yeah, that heal scroll, man, that was quite something. So much regen done. And the mortar teams might have a shot here. I would actually like SOK to play his style versus Night Elf, where he puts mortar teams into Zeppelins. And Happy has no anti-air. This could actually work the same way, but he also needs to get invo potions and heal scrolls and army, and you know, that's a lot to get, and this is not a concert where you decide all the songs, right? But can he deal with the statues? One of them is hurt already. I praised Happy's micro, and there was a beautiful impact, but the banshees are suffering.
Yeah, I'm looking at the board all the time. I was screaming that we have four banshees, so 4 boards, I'm sorry, so many of them. And remember the fragmentation part? They deal more damage to banshees, of course. Mamma mia, those boards did so much damage, but can SOK fight like that? Supply favors Happy, economy favors Happy, but man, those banshees are melting.
Mountain King in trouble. He might need a potion. Paladin, pass the drink, buddy. Need this MK in the fight. Desperately. Got the potion now. Lich level 5. 2 statues down. -6 food. And of course, for the DPS, you gotta calculate in the disease cloud. as well. Lich level 5. What a dream for the undead. Pow, pow, pow. Double kill, triple kill. And this is the moment where Happy takes full control with 3 out of 4 mortars dead. And wouldn't a Zeppelin have been nice here now?
I can clearly see that, Mr. Neo. Like, that's clear. So I hope that in the next lobby, you will actually say this to Happy, to SOK.
To SOK, yes.
SOK, just add Zeppelin, bro. Because A, he can maneuver Zeppelin and Mords together very well, as he many times proved versus Night Elf, especially versus Warden play. But then it would be amazing, you know, to retreat the Mords. But, man, there's so many that Mords. Can SOK still pressure? He needs to do it. There's this freaking expansion. Look at Happy. He's so efficient with everything. Mana potion on the Death Knight. Mana potion on the Crypt Lord. Happy has everything, but SOK again is not giving up and he's pushing in. MK, show me your powerful club.
Okay, Imperial looking good against the Knights one more time. Limited amount of mortar teams, not as good as the one before. Mountain King 50% and dropping, needs that Invo potion. Wait for the Holy Light, a strong Holy Light. Last chance for SOK to get anything done here. If this fight is not decisive victory for the human, Happy will take control with that third base.
SOK Paladin is the main target. Impale last second. Paladin melted. Shredder joins the fight, but I don't think it's enough. Without Paladin, there is no healing. 2 fresh morts are coming. What about the Death Knight? Death Knight has no healing as well, but MK is the first hero to die. Archmage was left alone without his hero friends. And ladies and gentlemen, is Happy getting Zeppelin just for Death Knight? I don't know about that, because Happy is busy. Where is the Death Knight? Death Knight was dropped by the Zeppelin, yes!
More.
So if Happy got the Zeppelin, it should be SOK GG's called and man. Strong performance, but Happy. SOK is still looking for the answers. And maybe the answer is the Zeppelin, as you said, Neo. I'm impressed.
More Zeppelin plays by Happy, maybe a missing Zeppelin play by SOK. Very interesting early mid-game by Happy. Dropping with the Zeppelin into the human base. We never really see this. SOK starting with the green spot. Take things conservatively here. No militia camp against the spot immediately, and Happy also not interested. It's a peaceful afternoon for Muddy and his big brother.
Yes, nobody's interested in the Mer camp. Theirs are just creeping quite slowly. Okay. Happy. Is it going to be Ziggurat or Haunted Goldmine first? Ziggurat first. Okay, so Happy is not super greedy. But also it's going to be a problem for the human, right? When human starts with the Mer camp, it's then level 3 after, you know, green camp and expansion here. Looks like Mr. SOK will be stuck on level 2 for some time. And yes, this is a little bit uncharted territory. Sorry for obsessing about creeping, Mr. Neo, but if human is not on level 3, I feel weird, you know, and we may see a level 2 Archmage for a long time in this game.
Well, the damage makes up for it. A Claws of Attack, Mantle of Intelligence, Noise. And he might be getting a Ghoul or a Skeleton to help him there. One footy already dead, I guess, in the base of Happy. I think we missed that, but Zushi saw this. Another footman right-hand side sees there is no Haunted yet, and the Lich is right there. Hello, level 2.
I think the last hit went to the Lich as well on this Forester Trapper, but who knows? Now definitely SOK got the last hit on the Orc Magi. And yes, Archmage, he can't kill himself. Well, he's surrounded. Oh no, the expansion plan is gone, Mr. Neo. Oh, the militia didn't teleport out as well. Show me the Nova. Show me the Nova. It's not worth it. Okay, it's not worth it. Happy's so patient.
Oh, damn.
Is it one base? Is it one base? Look at SOK. He's rushing into Happy expansion. He's making the shop. He will still try to expand it. Guys, those can be the best games. You know, a very chaotic game. The plan A for Happy work very well. And now it's the SOK that needs to get plan B. But he can't even go into the Happy expansion. This Archmage is stuck. He doesn't have Staff of Telly. He would like to help his footies, but maybe they're going to be the first Expo cancellation by the human player.
All right. Ooh, that was a lifesaver for SOK here. If he doesn't get that Haunted, that game is over. We get another Nova. We get some more right clicks. SOK seems a bit overwhelmed, but the body block is ready. Run, old man. Run, horse. Give him an extra carrot. You might need it. The Lich has boots. The Archmage does not. We're catching up, and we have Nova, and we go kaboom in 3, 2, 1. Perfect. GG.
Bye-bye. Mr. Neo, are you satisfied with SOK performance in this game?
I'm satisfied.
An indicator for the next game.
I'm very satisfied with my countdown. I think that was one of the most perfect Nova countdowns you've ever seen in Warcraft 3. Sir. Okay. We got happy with the Lich once again, and he will expand as well. The timings are, of course, a thing here. Can you cancel the Undead expansion one more time? Soul wanted to have an Undead expansion the entire series, and then he got it, and then the game was over in 5 minutes. Just for the enemy.
Emergency expansion, but who knows? Ladies and gentlemen, SOK, to my surprise, okay, he's actually creeping the same camp. Okay, I'm sorry, I was just a little bit outplayed by the minimap. Okay, he crept the lab first. Okay, crept the lab first, expansion is the second camp, was like, what? Human is not creeping expansion quickly, but all is good. Maybe he does wait for the second water elemental. That is actually helping a lot with the damage output.
Okay then, nice. Unfortunately, another Ring of Protection, which doesn't help an Archmage, always 1 damage, but maybe that was an unlucky charm on map number 3 as well, where he had good damage and still couldn't convert it into anything meaningful. Happy also with the ring, and here we go. The big claws we got, +8.
And that's a nice creep road by SOK. It's the second lab that he's creeping. By the way, if you are afraid that you will have a little lumber, Shattered Exile is the map for you, because there's 4 Goblin laboratories and they're all located near our expansion. So definitely we are going to see a lot of shredders in this game. I mean, probably 1 only, but it's guaranteed if expansion goes up. Speaking of that, Happy already sent 3 ghouls to SOK expansion, but Happy has SOK has Archmage on level 3. And who needs arcane towers, who needs guard towers when we have water towers?
Exactly. They're coming in now. Big one. Thank you, Kov. We got big damage on this Archmage. Needs to control the Lich with that. You, of course, talked about Shredder from the laboratories. Given how this series went, I can also see Zeppelins and then drops behind the wall that we might see here. But Happy is just right-clicking this tower, and the water torrent, they didn't do much. Oh, tower actually survives. Lol.
Maybe it's a long way for this tower to be constructed into the arcane tower, but there's a lot of dead ghouls. When we check experience, right, it's a good indicator. Archmage on level 3.5, Lich on level 2.4. And that's the first time that they say, like, okay, SOK, good job, buddy.
Finally, it took some time. And with the double claw, that helps a lot with the added mobility. That is also nice. And Happy struggles for levels at the moment on a contested middle that we have on Shattered Exile. Can this Archmage get revenge for the stomp that he received on map 3 is the question. So far, so good.
And to remember that Archmage is faster than Lich if they are both wearing boots. Lich is just a slow hero. And how much damage SOK can deal here? That's a good question. He's on level 3. He's nearby. But he's trying to regroup. He wants to be smart. But man, Happy is again mining before the human is mining. So the economic situation is okay for human, but not perfect. He needs more. And give me more, SOK.
Never satisfied. Since he reached rank 1 on Battle.net, Soul is a different person. I remember the Soul that was cheering for players regardless if it was perfection or not, but seems like these times have passed.
What I can tell you, Mr. Neo, you will understand it one day. Well, you will get rank 1 on BNet.
I only reach rank 1 on BNet if there's only 1 player left in this game.
Don't sell yourself so short. Definitely, if you play a lot on BNet, the getting rank 1 is possible, because that's how I got. For some viewers, they don't know. It's just a meme, guys. Don't worry. And of course, I'm rooting for both players. I'm rooting for Warcraft here, but we want to avoid the late game disasters, right? So SOK is doing good in this game, but again, there's like so close, but I mean the ghouls are dying. That's nice, right? You know, Happy will never buy Shredder. I think all others are allergic to Shredders, and yes, removing ghouls is a very good thing.
What do you mean? We have 8 Shredders for Happy already.
I think that ghouls are that good at getting lumber. Who
Yes.
knows? Definitely they're good at removing water elementals, but Lich is still not on level 3. And actually, this water elemental expired. Happy is giga under leveled, Neo. Mr.
Yeah.
SOK? I mean, I would start clapping, but it could sound weird via microphone. But yes, imagine me clapping. SOK, that's amazing. He may get level 4 before Happy gets level 3. That's huge.
Now I want to see you clap.
I mean, that sound weird, Mr. Neo. That sound weird. Don't worry
Okay,
about it.
okay. Mr. Number 1 BNet doesn't want to praise,
Mr.
celebrate.
Neo, it's hot outside. You want me to make an activity that will make me even hotter?
The chat is clapping for you. The chat is clapping for you. Once again, chat is saving the broadcast. Thank you, thank you, thank you, guys. But yeah, you are absolutely correct. These 2 claws make a huge difference. This SOK looks a lot better than in the game prior. And Happy struggles a little bit, but we all know just because the early game wasn't perfect doesn't mean that the mid and late game can't be perfect. Footman scout a little bit, but there's not really anything that he can exploit. Maybe with the Zeppelin now.
Ooh, Zeppelin. Just go for the Acolytes, you know?
Yes.
That's a nice idea.
Yes.
By the way, Archmage is suffering from success. Show me the item, Mr. Neo, under the lab. What is it? Another cloth, hopefully. And Gloves of Haste. Not that bad when you have that many clothes. Please, Zeppelin. Mr. SOK, do it. You can do it. Level 4 Archmage versus level 2 Lich. This Lich, look at this. It looks like illusion. This Lich is so squeezy. One more attack. Oh no. He was so close. Mr. SOK is dominant in game number 4. Mamma mia.
Oh, the footies are coming in as well. We need a little bit of... Yo, he gets that hit for the regen. Ow, ow, ow. Happy is taking a beating here on Shattered Exile. Thankfully, the tier 2 is done. And we can get potions if we have the gold. Okay, we have 1500. That's enough. But that also means that the Lich is not in position when the Footmen are coming for your Acolytes and the Archmage is coming for your Ghouls. And this is Trouble City for Happy.
It's still level 2.9 Lich. SOK did such a good job, you know, with slowing down Lich progression. It means that he saved the footies or denied them. Like, that's a big achievement, and the Water Elemental's macro was good. Now Lich is on level 3, but it's a solid game by SOK. SOK is rushing tier 3, and I don't see tier 3 for Happy yet. You know, he was short on lumber, he was busy microing, and that's the best game so far that we have seen. Go, SOK, go! You can do it!
There's so many kills still possible. The Lich is leveling now quite nicely. We have a Wand of Negation against Water Elementals. That's not something you see every day since the nerf 6 months ago. Very amazing against Hex, but not against Summons anymore. Footman being rotated out for so much damage. Stormbolt to the face. Thankfully, the DK is here too.
Aye, second. SOK didn't see that, and because of that, he had to risk it. And yes, coils, they heal for a lot. Bolt on the Acolytes this time. This game is like, I can't get this Lich. And footies are dying. Now, Happy is going to swim in experience. So many dead footies.
Yeah, but he would rather swim in gold, and that's not the case anymore. This slaughterhouse will also not swim in anything. I don't want to know what people are swimming in a slaughterhouse. I mean, the name gives it away, but yeah. Plus, you wanted SOK to change something up, right? You wanted him to change a lot, huh? If I remember this correctly. Look at the production. He is changing his army composition in the late game.
I think I understand what SOK is doing. The equation is simple. Is Lich is a baby Lich. Then you can play air. Mr. Neo, is this Lich close to getting level 5? I don't think so. This is a baby Lich.
It is.
And the Griffin Riders are not afraid of baby Lich, but who knows? Maybe it's a little bit too cocky by SOK.
Well. The Mountain King finds a new target. He wanted to kill that Lich all day long. Here comes the body block. Potion forced as well. Archmage in trouble. Stormbolt to lower the DPS again. Skeletons chasing Coil. But SOK is right there. The Mountain King stays in the fight. We have one more Coil in 2 seconds. He's trying to go for that hero. A kill would be so good. But Happy not allowing that. Fighting for every map as if his life depends on it.
Hey, man, this Paladin will have to heal Archmage very quickly. I'm very thankful that SOK was checking, you know, the coil. Because imagine if Archmage would die there. Or, like, entire this masterpiece that SOK is working on could, like, just disappear. Knights are here but you mentioned Knights and Griffin Riders. That's amazing. Mr. Neo, we have a sensation. Check the third hero that Happy is going for.
A Dreadlord, really? What the heck? He was probably inspired by your countryman Varg, my standout player of the nation tournament. Dreadlord is back, baby, but is it that good here now?
I mean, Dreadlord as the third hero is usually used just for Carrion Swarm versus Flying Machines. In this game we are going to have mass air, so I don't know about that. Maybe it's for some cheeky sleep, I don't think. I think on this level, players just react to sleep well, but who knows. Dreadlord is very interesting as a first hero. As a third hero, I mean, Criplord, if they are Griffin Riders, you know, is not that great. So it's like a compromise between Dark Ranger Lady and Criplord, I guess. Dreadlord can do it all.
Okay, then. Carrion Swarm level 1. That will be interesting indeed. But at the moment, he is still relatively weak. Same for the Banshees. One wrecked immediately. Mountain King not level 3 yet, but we can't possess... Oh, we can possess. No, we can't possess the Knights at the moment. Nice timing by SOK once again. 62 food will lower a little bit here. But Archmage is close to 5. What a powerhouse that guy's been.
Yeah, and big supply lead for SOK. 3 Griffin Riders will join him very soon. We can creep with them. And man, Happy is going for... Happy went for armor upgrade for ghouls. I don't know if armor upgrade for ghouls will head versus all of this magic damage. Who knows about that? SOK is clearly ahead, but being ahead versus Happy in the middle of the game is one thing, and actually closing the deal is the other thing. But look at the human heroes, they have so much mana. I mean, SOK is not complaining, that's for sure, has a lot of items. Orb of Slow, Neo. That's an exotic orb, isn't it?
It can be nice against Abominations, but Happy doesn't seem to be a fan. He's still going ghouls versus Griffins, dude. I'm a bit confused, I have to say. Griffins very good, Clap very good, even Knights pretty good, but Ghouls very good for run-bys into economies when there's not too many towers, and SOK has exactly 1 tower.
I think all of the undead Happy fans know that if Happy is doing something, it means it's correct. So next time, guys, you see Mask Gryphons, we go Mask Ghouls. Simple.
Okay, well, not with these ghouls here. They are getting wrecked by the Griffins. So many!
Push.
Same for the DK. Easy kills for SOK. And this means Happy is going without a flawless victory, probably, into the Ascension phase here, if he can't come up with a miracle.
Somebody needs to check the weather in SOK City and, you know, the city where SOK lives, and maybe it's now like a storm there now.
Kinda, right?
That's why. And that's why, ladies and gentlemen.
It is midnight,
like
so sun is gone.
I mean, but it can be raining, who knows. But what I can tell you is like this very one-sided performance. Look at this Happy transition into gargoyles.
Okay.
Is there enough time? You mentioned ghouls are good for base races. What about when the army size is different? You know, ghouls are definitely better than Griffin Riders, but Happy doesn't have that many ghouls with him.
Manu, thank you. Footy has a Lutti, I see. But he has a cool tool. Anyway, we did a little bit of damage to the economy, and this is something that we've done in the past, but damn, SOK took care of the entire haunted gold mine. If only he could have gotten that one acolyte as well, man. But damn, Happy is struggling, and Happy is tapping out. Only 3-1.
Now I believe in SOK. Now, even though I'm rank 100 on Binet, even though I only strike for perfection, I would say, SOK, you did pretty well here. Cloves, of course, they help a lot. Okay, so what went well for SOK in the previous game? It wasn't about expo cancellation, it was about sniping ghouls and saving footies, right? Lich was level 2.4 for a long time, and Archmage got level 3, and then even level 4. There was a very specific creep road with double goblin laboratory that SOK went for. Can he recreate this on this very map? We'll see about that. But he definitely understands what it takes to win versus Happy. And it's not a balance patch, believe it or not.
Exactly. It was just believing in the birds and the heart of the items. Sometimes you need that. Well, it might start here. Happy, ready for the pull and the block. But I don't... Oh. Gets a boulder tossed to his face. And now they stand there. They didn't leave.
Yeah, look at this. SOK changed his plan, you see, because of this acolyte bravery. Because this acolyte did not only block the rock golem, it attacked the rock golem to stop, this like a bugging process, basically. And because of that, SOK changed his creep road. He's starting with Sea Giant, while Mr. Happy says, expansion, por favor. That's his first cap.
You think he says por favor?
I mean, I never met Mr. Happy, but who knows? Maybe he was rewatching Narcos TV show or something, and he speaks like that.
Okay, yeah, maybe. We will probably figure this out at one point. What do we figure out here? What the items are. We got 2 rings this time. I think RNGesus evens things out. Sometimes you favor Happy, sometimes you favor SOK. Here, it definitely favors nobody, because everybody got more armor.
There is a lot of mana on this Lich. Fight for the last hit, and Happy decided to Nova the Archmage, so he's sending the message, you can't really, trade with me, and, well, Happy's already expanding, that's so greedy. SOK, you need to do something, and SOK is like, oh yes, so I'm not going to let it fly like that. You, Happy, stopped me from expanding, I'm going to stop Happy maybe. Level 2 on the Lich, though. Experience department was quite similar, and Human, instead of having cloths, Human has double ring, plus 6 armor on this Archmage, it is still low HP. Anyway, expansion cancelled, that's good.
Yeah, Footman breaking through here, very nice distraction. Ghouls weren't in position to do anything meaningful against it, and we shave away the HP of the Lich. I mean, we're both fallen gamers, we shave very rarely, but SOK is doing a great job at that. Ghouls on the other side, trying to do the same with peasants and towers. Everything is pretty much reset to like how things were 1.5 minutes ago.
Yeah, or 1.5 years ago, when the cancel culture gameplay was very popular. Expo cancelled for both sides. Do you remember we used to joke that it's like 8-minute long game with tier 1. Nobody had expansion, man.
No
Good old
joke.
times.
Was no joke.
Happy versus Fortitude with those show matches, man. That was amazing. That was amazing, but
so
this is amazing as well. So boring?
Yes.
Warcraft 3 never is boring. And look at this, there is so many ghouls going to SOK expansion, so the culture is back. If I were SOK, I would even consider playing one base here, but knowing him, he'll try to expand. Another Nova. Archmage is in trouble. He has plus 6 armor. He should be very tanky.
Armor doesn't help you against Nova, I can tell you that much, even though I'm the undead usually. We have more Footman breaking through here. The defense line by Happy not set up at all. So Footman, easy damage, Water Elemental, easy damage, and there's even space for Footman to attack the Lich, while on the other side there's so many ghouls running away from the police, still getting some murder done here. But yeah, both expos cancelled again.
Nobody's taking, nobody's expanding. The good old memories, ladies and gentlemen. Minute number 5:30, and both players, they have exactly nothing. I love it.
Back then it was oftentimes played with the Crypt Lord. Now it's doable with the Lich as well. It gets level 3 from all these kills all over the world. Nova on the Archmage, who now it's like a little bit of a different position than what we had in the last game, right? There it was an Archmage overpowering the Lich. Now it's the Lich half a level ahead.
I can say it's the items. By the way, speaking of the items, Happy doesn't have Boots of Speed just yet. And all of those ghouls that are far away from home. Archmage doesn't have enough mana for next Water Elemental spawn. And SOK just says GG. That was so anti-clan mighty. Like, why?
He didn't like that situation, man. He didn't know that Happy was super low on lumber and thought maybe he would tech in the meantime. He might kick himself a little bit, or he knows that once the undead has a level 3 lich, it's just inevitable that he will take over, and he was behind in level